And that fear of failure brings us much closer to the root, which is we are afraid of the disappointment that we are emotionally going to feel if we make the mistake. It's the emotions that will be created by us having that mistake that we fear. We don't want to feel that we let everybody down or we let ourselves down. We don't want to feel that disappointment, whether it's disappointment in ourselves or the disappointment that we let our teammates down, or maybe that our teammates are disappointed that we let them down, or they're mad or frustrated that we tried to make that play and lost the game because of it. It's that fear of that emotion and experiencing that emotion that creates that pressure that you could say is nervousness or anxiety when it comes to being in those clutch moments, trying to make those plays. The root is, I don't want to feel that negative emotion that comes with making that mistake. Players that experience this kind of fear, I usually sort of separate into two categories. The first category being players that are afraid of the clutch moment because they haven't experienced it yet. They haven't had the opportunity to try to be clutch yet and make a play at the end of the game that could win or lose a game. In that case, I like to think of it as being the fear of the unknown. You don't know what it's like to be in that moment and to have that pressure on you. And because you don't know what it's going to be like, it's unknown to you, and thus, because it's unknown, you're afraid of it. These players, who are usually younger, newer players, if their fear is strong enough, they will try to avoid having the responsibility of taking that last shot or making that last play because they don't want to have to experience making a mistake. They're afraid of making the mistake because they're afraid of how bad it's going to hurt and bother them emotionally if they don't want to make that mistake they've never experienced before. The advice I have for those kinds of players, the fear of unknown players, is that you have to understand and accept that when it comes to anything, be it basketball or life, when you have never done it before, you're probably gonna make a mistake. When you're new to something, being new to anything is usually synonymous with making a mistake when it comes to that thing. And yes, given that it sucks to be a beginner and make those mistakes, especially in critical moments when you're trying to make a clutch play, you don't want it to be on you whether or not with one play your team wins or loses a game. This idea of being clutch and being able to execute, and when we're talking about the fear of it, now we're talking mostly about the psychology of it all. And part of preparing yourself psychologically for moments like this in basketball means being aware that sooner or later, something like this clutch moment, this clutch play is going to be required of you, whether you like it or not. Eventually, if you play enough ball and compete enough, you're just going to find yourself in situations where, like, the ball is in your possession at the end of a game and you got to do something with it. And since it's going to be there, no matter what you do or no matter what you think, no matter how focused you are, since it's always going to be there, just be afraid, but do it anyway. That's the bottom line to many of the things I say on this channel, which is like, feel the thing, in this case, feel the fear, but do it anyway. Push through it anyway.